Just a moment, some more. Join 1 minute. All right, let us start our today's session. So, Pranam Ritaji, Pranam. Let us start our today's session. So, do you please mute the microphone? I think all are mute. All right. So today is the 13th of January 2024. And today we have, this is our 187th session. And today we will discuss a little bit of basics beyond physical body and mind, because last few sessions there are some questions came and which are basically saying that about higher bodies and what is their correlation and things like that. And then I promised that I will have a separate meeting on that. So that's why today I have decided that we'll go with that, to explaining that for those who already knew. So it will be a refresher. Sometimes we learn something a long time back and we have a particular idea, and then when we see that again, when we listen to that again, then we realized, okay, earlier my understanding was little modification. I was thinking that it may not be exactly the same. Uh, it happened because just last week I just initiated someone into Kriya Yoga, and it's this is an event for the wife, but the husband has been initiated a long time back. He was just listening when this initiation, it was a, I visited them, so it is a physically, I'm present there, not online. So when I and that her husband was quite a long time member of this group and regularly practicing. So when I was initiating her and teaching the techniques of the Kriya, and then I shared the note I normally share with everyone at the time of after initiation, the how many breaths or things like that. Then after that, the initiation, etc., the husband is telling that I, by mistake, I'm doing like fast. There are 4 short breathing, 1 medium, which is throat chakra, and 2 long. That 6th and 7th chakras. Is it all along these years? I was doing the 4th one and 5th one medium and 2 long. So 3 short, 2 medium, and 2 long. So just because he listened to what was I was teaching for that, like any new one to get initiated into Kriya, that is the time he realized his understanding of that particular bit was not accurate. So this is the advantage of revisiting. Sometimes our understanding are uh, not 100%, but we don't realize that we didn't understand it fully. So of course, because that comes into our something called blind spot, and then there is no discussion on that. And finally, after quite some time, when we hear that again, we realize that that original understanding is not proper. Also, there is another thing happens is over the years we got elevated, we got more awareness, more understanding. So any of these spiritual learnings, there are multiple layers are there. Like it is not only verbal, the words. It's not. It's just many things get open up. So when you listen the same thing again, then the higher understandings they come up or reestablish itself. So it is basically then become an awareness development part of it. So that was also another aspect of it. And basically, all this is as are the learning through energy, that the energy which flows at that time. I mentioned earlier also that it doesn't come from my intellect or memory or something. um, uh, then it when I start, then automatically whatever you get the connection, it flows through it. So it is not necessary that same thing will come again. Maybe it will something different, maybe some important aspect which was not, we were not ready for it, so it was not given, now it is given. In that also, so don't, basically I'm saying, don't think that whatever this topic is already known, I heard it many times, maybe, but understanding, you may still have some understanding left. So listen with this open mind. That is the best strategy here. So that is, and whatever you need to know, it will come and it will flow through this channel. All right. Okay. So today's come back to today's topic. Most of the people, and particularly, yes, it is also, there are many new members have joined our group, so it is important for them to understand this basic things. So from that point also, it is. But that's what I decided to just to repeat that this aspect once more. All right. So it is, most of the people, they think that a human being are just a physical body with a mind or intellect, something of that. That's all. There is nothing beyond. There is a, a reason behind considering it, because which is beyond, which cannot be sensed by our five senses. So whatever it is beyond our five senses, we don't consider it as that exists. Okay. So in that sense, then and everybody live their lives and they sing almost all fine. So whatever I can see, I can read, I can understand, my knowledge. The knowledge is all about gathering information and assimilating it, and then improving upon that. That is a life, and which is nothing wrong with that. But that only considers your physical body, or physical body and mind. So you're just basically, that's your so-called knowledge base. Yeah? You're expert in that, and you possible that many worldly knowledge you have gathered and you excelled, and that's absolutely fine. Yeah. The thing is, the fundamental idea that we are only this physical body and the mind, this is package, this is fundamentally flawed, because we are not that. There is much, much beyond of ourselves. I'm not talking about the world. I'm not saying that so many million or 7 billion people are there. I'm not talking that. I'm saying even we, this physical body and mind, only the tip of an iceberg. Most of the things are below our normal senses where you can reach. Like we can reach only the top of the water, we can see and things like that, which is below water, like iceberg, we cannot see, but they're a huge part of it. So it is all about that. It is all about the knowing that what are the things are there which is beyond our physical body and mind. So our, if our understanding is that's all, then this is not the truth, because many of our life experiences doesn't fall into this kind of category. In fact, even if we have the full understanding of our mind and body, still there are few things it is unexplicable. What are those things few unexplicable? It is within, we have it, but it is, we cannot explain it. So things like about the feeling, say why we feel about something as we feel. Yeah. So it cannot be defined. It cannot be, there are many people have tried to explain whether the psychology and this thing, but nothing fits. Even if like a expert on the topic, there are some situations comes that he or she may have to say, okay, it is beyond me, it's not possible. Yeah. So all knowledges of the world cannot get it. or there's something happened cannot be explained by that. Suppose you had a feeling of you first time you gone to some place, it's new for the first time you're visiting there. It felt like I have seen it before. I came here before. From where that is coming, you know, no logical understanding can prove that why this is happening. So there are some of these kind of aspects. So those are there. So we get something. There is something which is beyond our just intellect and mind or body. Also, there are other faculties. Say within the body and mind. Also, we have some faculty. We don't understand it properly. Yeah, the science tells us the fastest thing we can move is light. Yeah, the speed of light. I think 300,000 kilometer per second or something of that speed. Yeah, but we do have something which goes faster than that. Yeah? So we do, all of us, we do. I'm not talking anything spiritual. I'm talking the normal, day to day. That is our thought. Our thought can defy the space and time. Yeah. If we are just thinking, I'm just playing with a dinosaur, I go shift immediately, my attention goes few millions years in the past. Or if I just think that I'm on the planet Mars, okay, then momentarily it can go to the millions of kilometers away in another planet. And the same thing applicable for us, maybe another galaxy, light years away, hundreds of light years away. Means even if you travel at the speed of light, you cannot reach there in one lifetime, even if you are the fastest available speed you can get. Yeah. So this faculty, whatever we have within us, all of us, we have the thought. It can go much, much faster than anything. Our science can prove it. You know that, like it is proven that beyond the speed of light, no physical object can go beyond that. But we do have something which goes beyond that. So that is instantaneous. Okay. Same thing. There are many other things happening with us. I'm not telling something which is extraordinary or something only the few privileged one, they call themselves spiritual masters having. I'm saying anybody common. Like our science is the exploration of the external world, but still there are many things unexplicable because they are internal, they are within us, and that's why cannot be reachable by the science. Nothing wrong with the science, but they cannot reach there. It's beyond their capacity, or I should say, to be correct, that beyond their capacity as on date. Maybe in future they will be. Okay. One such example, I shared my story of whatever the medical scientist I had in when the Jupiter Hospital in Thane in 2015. So there is some communication. I gave a presentation on that, and then I was challenged and all those kind of things. And I just asked the one thing that all of you are medical scientists. Tell me how many are forget about what I'm saying or spiritual stuff. You may think it is all nonsense. And even I was told that it is like a chemically driven hallucination. Like in other words, अगर हिंदी में बोलते हैं तो गांजा पी कर आए. That is a kind of allegation was given for all the spiritual stuff what was being told, spiritual experiences. Yeah. Anyway, that's okay. When that's fine. That is understanding. So that to break that everything which cannot be seen, which cannot be touched, which cannot be heard, and which cannot be tested, etc., with the five senses, these are useless. These are nonsense, and that is not in the science. So then I argued about that. Tell me how many of you in the last night you have dreamed? Yes or no? I don't want to know the dream itself. So all of them, they raised their hand. All of them are scientists, medical scientists. Of course, they are doctors, plus they have done PhD in some area of the medical sciences. So they wanted a proof. You say whatever you are saying, that you have done, gone this experience, that experience. Okay, so uh, experience of whatever higher understanding and all, downloading truth, etc. Give us a proof, because WHO, World Health Organization, anything a human being can do, need proof, physical evidence. It should be repeatable, and you have to. There are two. That's correct. What they said, that is correct. It should be repeatable. Means it should not be one-off kind of thing. If it is like a phenomenon, then the multiple times it should be same, under same condition, same result will come out. That is the one condition, and same thing, you have evidence to support your claim, and which is perfectly all right. So in that, I was telling, how many of you dreamt last night? Yes. I said, I will come back again tomorrow here. Now, you're all medical scientists, so you record your dream and show me in the TV, in the screen, TV or laptop. You show me that this is what I dreamed. Okay. So I'll come back again. So you are a scientist, you can do that. You are dreaming, right? All of you raise your hand. So you dreamt. So this night, whatever you're going to dream, just record it and show me as evidence that this is what you dreamt. So then they told, no, it is not possible to. I said, why? You dreamt it. So why don't you possible to record? They said, no, we don't have an instrument which can record a dream. I said, that is exactly what I am saying about the spiritual experiences. You cannot say there is no spiritual experiences, just like it is not the truth that you have not dreamt it. You know the whole sequence, whatever you have dreamt. But till date, science is not developed enough to record that and produce it as a hard evidence. That's all. Yes, if you want that, what in other cases, like in the court case and all, what else they do? They have a witness, like they prove the case. So I'm saying that I'm the first-hand experience I'm sharing. Take me. If you wanted to do any test, do it on me. I'm fine with it. So do that, whatever you want to get the so-called evidence, but I'm producing myself as a proof. This producing proof business has also, got very, tricky. In fact, Swami Vivekananda, first time when he met Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev, he gone there and challenged. He was a very Narendranath Datta, his name, and he was very highly intellectual person, a young man. And he went and challenged to Thakur Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev that what you are claiming God. So where is the proof of God? So then he said, okay. Ramakrishna Paramahansa very calmly said, I'm the proof of existence of a God. Then he was not expecting that. So then Swami, that time he was not Swami Vivekananda, he was just Naren. And he then said, okay, how do I believe it? Can you show me that? He said, yes, I'll show you that. But can you take it? He said, yes, I can take it. Okay, fine. Ramakrishna put one of his feet in heart chakra, in Naren. He was in trance for a few hours in Naren. He could not come out of that because it's so high energy. That's why the masters are very, very controlled. They don't usually transfer this kind of energies to others, because the receiver, they cannot take it. The system gets overflowed. But anyway, in this case, he challenged it. So after the the trance, when he came out of Naren that time, all his questions disappeared. There's nothing left, complete blank. No challenge, nothing. Okay, everything is all everything is understood. Okay, gone. Anyway, so this is just an incident. So what I'm basically saying is that physical dimension, physical understanding is a very small part of it. The truth is out there, and not out there. I said in here. Hmm. If they say it is nowhere, nowhere itself, the word itself says now and here, like here, it is within. Anyway, so those are the kind of things are available. Like it is not only the physical reality. There are multiple realities. There are multiple higher dimensions, and each and every dimension has their own aspects, one on the own role to play. And we ourselves, we are having that all the power to access that. Only thing difference is we need to activate that. We need to activate that through some process, and that process is the spiritual practices, the kriya and meditation and things like that. Only thing is, if the first question of our today's topic was whether am I only a physical body with a mind? Of course not. That's what I've given this, quite long talk on that. The domain beyond mind is that actually this is our non-physical existence of ourselves. So if you just technically correct manner, if you want to address, then you say this is physical part of ourselves. There are many, many things which is non-physical, and that non-physical, basically, it is energetic. It is all about the energy. It is not about the physical body and how you look and things like that. It is the energy, and it is the energy which runs us, and we connect through that. Like pranic energy is running our body. The moment the pranic energy, prana, leaves the body, body becomes a dead body. So that is the connection of the prana with our higher selves. And in the prana, we just connect through the technique wise, we connect through our breathing, because when the prana leaves the body, breathing stops. So we use that to go into the higher thing. On the way of going higher, only our own mind or intellect become the play a role of a spoil sport, which was in the lower dimension or physical dimension. It is a big tool for us, like the thought and etc. What I've told. But only thing is, there is another characteristic of thought is it is unstoppable. It comes even without inviting. Keep on coming and chattering in our mind. And that becomes an obstruction for us going to the higher, to go access to the higher realm. And so we need to know something. We need to learn how to quieten our mind, how to make it silent. And that process is meditation. So unless until we quieten our mind and the connect through our this breathing, then it is not possible to go beyond mind. So beyond mind, all this faculty, that only happens when your mind is a calm, which is not chattering, and you are breathing. You are alive. You are breathing through this connection of prana. We connect to the energy dimension and higher. I will explain that. What are those? So the next point is about Vedic terminology of Panch Kosha of human being. This is what I am saying. It is not a new thing, or it is not a new theory. Thousands of years back, all the rishis and munis, they are aware of it. And Veda mentioned this as Panch Kosha of human being. Kosha means layer. Panch means five. These are five layers of human being. The first one is called Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha means the layer which needs food, anna, food. Maintain the kosha, that layer, you need to feed with food. That's the Annamaya Kosha. That's the first one, which is our physical body. And to maintain that, you need to do some exercises, eat good food. Good food means not tasty food. Good food in this means pranic food, which can add with your prana. I already had some separate session on that. All of you know what are the kind of food is needed, which are the high prana food and which is very least prana food, and which is even anti prana food, which is a more toxic and poisonous to us. Like it doesn't help us for the prana and the growth, rather it just diminishes that. Anyway, so first one is Annamaya Kosha. I don't think I have to go any detail on that one. Everybody understand our physical body. We need food, and that's it. It's Annamaya Kosha. You have to maintain that with Annamaya Kosha. It's in English it is called physical body. Kosha. So it is a layer, literally term, but here it is also it's called the physical body. Okay. The second one, just beyond that, is called Pranamaya Kosha. Pranamaya Kosha or energy body or etheric body. So Pranamaya Kosha, it is all of us. We have that energy. It's running the body, and it is that layer that represents that energy we contain. Those, if you go a little bit of spiritual practices and just increase your vibration, you will be able to see prana in the aura, which is the next layer what I'm talking about, the pranamaya kosha in naked eye. You can see that. Even now, if you are watching me on this on your screen, you see there is a layer here, white color layer. You can see, you watch carefully, you will see. Yeah? There is a difference. There is the background wall, and just immediate next to my body, there is a layer. I'm again drawing my finger towards that. This is the aura. This is the energy body. How do we know that this is I'm saying the part of, say, my aura? Then to prove that, I will just move my head a little bit here and there, left and right. You will see that layer is moving with it. The background is still there. The wall will not move. Only that layer will move. I'm just moving it slowly. Huh? Okay. All of you have seen. Okay. So that is an aura. Okay. So all of you is having it. Not all of you. In fact, every tree, every flower, they're having it. Sea is having it. The mountain is having it. Mountains aura is wonderful. We'll see it in the Himalayas. You remind me. Okay. So we'll show the aura of the mountain, on the aura of the flower, the plant, and everything. They have the energy, and you can see that aura. Okay, so this is the second kosha, which is called pranamaya kosha. Okay, and the third one, that is, it is called a manamaya kosha, or in English it is called emotional body. Man means it is not a mind actually. Mind, we belong to the physical body. Our brain belongs to the physical body. You can the manamaya kosha is, you can say that it is mind of the soul. Or you can say the higher mind, where emotions are getting played. We get, sometimes we get emotional, and we get affected, that emotions are driven by that body. That is a third layer. So emotional body. And the same, we have another layer of aura on top of the pranamaya kosha, which changes colors with the chakra you are currently operating. If you have become angry, that tinge, I'm saying you have that, this is the first layer, no? There is another layer, second layer here. Okay. That also, it will be difficult to see into the camera, but through the digital communication, but physically you can see. So, but there is another layer here. So that is having a little bit color. So that color comes from our currently which chakra we are operating from. Yeah. If it is root chakra, it will give a reddish tinge. Then slowly it will get the next one, the Swadhisthana will go orange tinge, the Manipura will be yellow, and then heart chakra, Anahata will give a greenish tinge. This and Visuddhi, it will, if you are operating from here, it will give a bluish tinge. And then this third eye will give an indigo, dark blue, that kind of dark blue to that, like it's a blue, it's indigo. And then this one will give a violet tinge. Vibgyor, all Vibgyor colors will be there. So in this, whichever chakra we are operating from, normally, I'm saying normally and not always, not exceptional cases, we don't operate from the higher two chakras normally. So we operate from throat, your heart, or Manipura and things, and beyond. And sometimes we get angry, it becomes red or something like that. Survival and all this kind of, we were threatened that it operate from there. So you will get that kind of color. I'm sort of talking the normal people. The spiritual people, you can also get these things. And in fact, the violet color, that becomes white when you go to the level of the masters and all. And there are next, their higher bodies are also can be seen from there. Anyway, but it changes color based on our emotions. The emotions, when it is when we are operating in a certain emotions. So if you just study the chakra, I'm not repeating here. So this chakra, if it is predominating, that affects the color of that the next body, which is the third one, which is an emotional body. And in the call it a Manamaya Kosha, which is the emotional body. Okay, or means emotion changes the mind. So in that's why the Manamaya Kosha is coming. Okay, beyond that, I'm talking the Panch Kosha of Veda, but that time they understood. Next one is called Vijnanamaya Kosha, or English, it is known as also knowledge body. Fourth one, where all the knowledges are available, all the knowledges of all the truth, the universal knowledge. It's not the accumulated knowledge from the earth or studying, reading something or watching video or nothing of that sort. You cannot acquire them. You can download them from the higher source. Those knowledge are there in that body. Fourth body called Vijnanamaya Kosha under the Panch Kosha, that in the Vedic terminology. So all knowledges are there, available, and then it is beyond that. Panchama Kosha is the highest one. It's called Anandamaya Kosha, or it is also called the bliss body, or in English there are two names. I will just explain it a little bit later on. Anandamaya Kosha is just, it is your the highest level of body as per the Veda. Panchmagara means Anandamaya, means it is a blissful and a full of joy. That body, the joyful body, Anandamaya Kosha. This joy is a spiritual joy. It is not a happiness. Happiness is a state of mind. But the joy, it doesn't depend on your mind. That depends on the connection. All right. So this is about the Panch Kosha of Veda. Okay. Now, but I mentioned that our current understanding is not limited to five. In fact, now I'm coming to our understanding. We are one group, or our understanding, what we received from the masters. We have a seven body system, not five. That was the thing thousands of years back. What the rishis and munis they come out. That's correct. But I'm just saying we have actually fifth body is called causal body. Causal body, where all our karmic files are stored. Fifth body. And then beyond that is something called the spiritual body. There is no equivalent of kosha there because it is, I'm talking the seven body system. First one is a physical body, second one is energy body, third one is emotional body, fourth one is a knowledge body, and fifth one is a causal body, cause of everything. Okay. Where our all karmic files are stored. Even if somebody, one life is over, it goes there in the karmic files. We are explaining earlier about the karma vij and karmic account, karmic file. Where they are? They are here in the fifth body. Okay. Then the next one is called the spiritual body. Spiritual body is your highest level of body where you can realize by the self. When you self-realized, you can feel the oneness at that level. That is a spiritual body. This is the highest level of the spiritual attainment you can go in a physical body. Like you can experience that being in the body. Then after, just quickly, let me touch upon one short thing that when some people dies, one person dies, only the lower two body get dismantled, like physical body and energy body get dismantled. Rest of the bodies are there. When they take birth, again those two forms under the new body, physical body and the energy body. So when I do some workshop and under science of spirituality, I explain that in detail. But for the time being, just understand that. So that means the knowledge body, causal body, all are there. All will be always there. Then only lower two bodies and different lifetimes taking a birth and have a different one. But the higher body is all same. Okay, so we came up to the sixth body, which is a spiritual body. So we have got up to this level that is the highest level possible to reach in the experience in the physical body through your sadhana and all those things. First, the obstacle to cross is quieten your mind. If you don't quieten your mind, you cannot go beyond this physical body. That's why most of the people, they never had a spiritual experience because they never can come to the quieten the thought and they always below that. So it is beyond mind, beyond our physical mind. There lies the whole spiritual world, our inner world. So nothing can be experienced if you don't cross that barrier. So that's why, so we just first teach how to quieten our own mind and then all the experiences happen on their own. Anyway, so we are of the spiritual body, which is sixth body. Now, seventh body, it is not a layer, not a body actually. Yeah, it is the pull. Like it is in terminology, it's called nirvanic body, but it is not a body. Yeah, like it is like a river. Yeah, coming initially, river is like a glacier in the mountain. Say that is the first part of it. Then it becomes a waterfalls, then become a mountain river, then become a normal river, widen it up, and finally, at the end of its journey, it merges with the ocean. So at the end of soul's journey, I'm not talking about the physical body. I'm talking the death. I'm talking end of soul's journey. What is the purpose of soul? What we are doing here, I explained earlier in the another session. But here at the end of it, it dissolves. It has all the experiences, but it dissolves and merge into the universal consciousness or merge with the source. That process is called nirvana or liberation, ultimate liberation from all kinds of, birth and death and all different types of other experiences of the soul. No need. It merges back. So when it merges back, it becomes a part of the ocean, and that is nirvanic body. Because basically, nirvanic body is the universal consciousness, where already merged. Your individuality, the soul consciousness has merged into that. So, out of this body, physical body, energy body, emotional body, knowledge body, causal body. Actually, by the way, I told you the Anandamaya Kosha is, I mentioned causal body, but there is also another term. So that is called bliss body. What happens is causal body has a lot of karma, as I told you. And if under the process, see, once they get enlightened, then whole karmic files are closed. All through your sadhana, you get out of that, and then your causal body gets cleaned. And when it gets cleaned, it is named as a bliss body. And the Ananda, all the time, Ananda, Sachidananda, Sadachit Ananda, the joyful state comes from the bliss body. Okay, so same fifth body become a bliss body. So, or when there was a karma, it was causal body, cause of everything, cause of all the problems in your life. You can say that way, because it's coming from some karma somewhere, some lifetime. But when those are clean, people get enlightened, then you got into the bliss body. So the Anandamaya Kosha actually meant by the earlier Vedic time is the bliss and above, like the sixth, seventh, all included there. Means it is a conversion from the causal body to the higher and merger. So that's why it is all above. So Anandamaya Kosha, Panch Kosha's fifth Kosha means all above. We are now understanding sixth and seventh, but there it is five and above are all same. That's what the Veda has explained it, and which is also true. That just like I told you. So that's how it works. Okay. The nirvanic body can happen only when the lower bodies are merged into the higher one. Like all experiences happened, completed, all your soul's journey completed, no longer need to take birth again. Enlightenment has happened. Then slowly, slowly, the lower bodies, because no need to take birth means last two body will never come back. Then emotional body, knowledge body, causal become a bliss body, then spiritual body, all they get going to higher and higher and higher. Through that is the process, it takes place. The merger happens, like the lower one get to the higher one. Or you can say that river, that whatever the snow has already melted, so it starts flowing, and the different end of the flow, then it goes into the merges with the ocean. In this process, the final one, when that no longer soul or identity is left, all, you can say the equivalent term, all the water has flown through the river, and that no longer river is required. It is full, it is merged into that, the river doesn't exist anymore. That kind of situation is called nirvana. This is a process of, that is the end of the soul's journey. We all started our journey from the soul, and not from the source. At the end of soul's journey, we are returning back to the source. This process. So, by the way, one thing I skipped in between. What is the soul? Because this seven body doesn't have a soul. No? Physical body, energy body, emotional body, knowledge body, causal or bliss body, or spiritual body, nirvanic body. Where is soul body? Soul actually meant, just understand this, is very important understanding. Soul means the third to sixth body combined. The package of third, fourth, fifth, sixth is called soul. Why? Why not first two? Because the first two, at the time of death, it goes off, so it is not possible to have that as a part of the soul, because it takes birth again. First two, not, why not the last one, seventh one? Because it is not the body. That time soul itself dissolves and merges into the universal consciousness. It cannot be part of the soul. That's why the first two and the last seventh one is not out of the soul. Rest of the package is soul, who takes birth again and again. It is a journey of the package of so many hundreds of lifetimes or the human being, and maybe thousands and millions of lifetimes. End of it, when it merges, that is called nirvanic body. That process is called moksha. And in the so many lifetimes, you will have maybe different gurus and all, but during the final one, when the soul merges with the source, that nirvana, when it happens, or moksha, when it happens. So whatever name you called it, people, they give name to different things. Some people think that enlightenment is moksha. It is not. Okay. It's just a playing with the terminology, but I'm just saying the liberation, end of the soul's journey, we call nirvana, you can moksha, you can ultimate liberation, you can, whatever name you call it, doesn't matter. That process in all the humanity, that our moksha guru is Babaji, Mahavatar Babaji. Okay, that is the final one. End of soul journey. I'm not talking this. I'm not talking the few gurus coming here and there, and Ramakrishna Dev and Vivekananda are here, and all Paramahansa Yogananda and all Sri Sri or Sadguru and all. I'm not talking about any of the guru at the sort. Finally, end of those are our. They are our. They have a role to play. They are in the physical dimension, guiding the humanity is fine. Babaji also helping many masters to guide the humanity. But end of it, this is not Babaji's role here. Babaji's role is there. Okay. End of the soul's journey, when you complete everything, come back, and that is the time to dissolution, the final dissolution, or merger, I should say. Dissolution have some kind of negative connotation. They will not dissolve you. You merge like a river. You merge with the ocean. It is not a dissolving the river. All water will remain in the form of ocean. You become a part of ocean, like that. So that becomes the nirvana. There is no further coming back. No soul is coming back and things like that. You become part of that, and that is how you become the one. You become the one. Earlier you were experiencing the oneness. Now you become one. You are the one. Yeah. So that is how will be the final moksha or the liberation, or nirvana or whatever name you call it. Okay. Okay, so spiritual journey, I just explained, gross to subtler body. So it is more higher you go, more the subtler it is. It is more in the energetic form, not physical form, much away from that. And it is a very high frequency to reach there. So more or higher the frequency, faster you travel on the higher bodies. Meaning of Soham. Okay, Soham means I am that, self-realization of oneness. This happens. Soham is a very good it's a mantra also. I am that. Means once you go to the feeling of oneness, you will feel Soham. That is also Sanskrit terminology. It is a body of the sixth body experience, that you experience yourself as the one with the creator. So that is called Soham here. And Moksha, I just explained the process, final merger, and the Babaji's role here. So that already I explained. So that's what the total the understanding is. So now, if that concludes our learning session, so I don't think there is a much time for question answer in this session. But anyway, so if you have any question, so you just ask the question. If the link dissolves, then I'll send the new link and we'll continue there. All right. Okay. So just go ahead. If you have any question, you can raise your hand and ask that.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, Hari Om.
Guruji, just for understanding purpose, like aura is, say, maybe 3 to 5 feet beyond our physical body. Physical aura,
No,
etheric body.
which aura? First one.
Etheric body.
First one is only 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
If it is,
So
that is the energy.
just wanted to have a clear picture of all the 7 bodies. How much do they extend from the physical body?
Oh, that depends. Okay, means
General case.
no, general case only few inches.
Okay.
For the masters, it goes so wide enough. Yeah. In fact, the higher body, if one can see the bliss body, spiritual like a golden, huge, almost the infinite range of aura.
Okay.
So from the normal, it can be hardly 1 or 2 feet maybe along the physical body, because they're not developed. We need to do the sadhana to expand them.
Okay.
Aura everybody is having. Maybe the thickness goes up, but the other higher body, emotional body is also there. But the other bodies into that, they are normally not much wide enough. And there are a lot of patches are there and black patches and things like that. More one do sadhana, that gets cleared up and widen up. Then you become the huge one. So few inches to few feet is normal, but it can be much beyond that for the high level of masters.
During our visit to Varanasi, did you see all our auras getting
Oh
extended or
yes,
some?
all the time. Yeah, sure. Mhm. Sure. Definitely. I think um, so she has posted her photo also, one of the thing.
That we saw. That we saw.
Yeah. But all of you, you are having aura. Don't worry. It is there. So I can see everybody's aura. There is no issues, and so that's all fine. So up to 3 layer you can see in the naked eye. And there are no issues. So that and aura it can be taught how to read. At least the first one, definitely. I am sure all of you can see that. If you just give a proper attention, you can see that.
Yours we can see, Guruji. Yours we could see today
Mhm.
easily.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
All of you have the aura. That there is no doubt about it. That is there.
there is something called as astral body. Now, what is this astral body in this whole seven body concept? It is second or third?
It is the third body. The that is also called astral body, which is live our physical body. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is there. I think the link will be expired at any time. We'll join back into the next, and so please join back into the next link. I will post it into this group. All right. We'll see in the next half of this session, and I will
Thank you.
explain that further. All
Right.
right.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam. I posted in Telegram. In the WhatsApp, I posted, but just didn't put the click, so I didn't actually post it now, and that's why we'll give few more minutes till everybody joins. All right, I think almost everybody has joined back. So let's come to the question answer session. So Hariom, you were asking about anything left, or I answered all the questions?
Guruji, one or two more things.
Yeah.
Firstly, now, as you said that when we die, our first two bodies get dissolved.
Mm-hmm.
Now, earlier, we used to do that ritual for say 13 days.
Mm-hmm.
Now we do finish it off in 4 days. Now,
Yeah.
what is this period that is for meant for dissolution of these two bodies? Or one body so gets resolved immediately. The second etheric body is left. Has it got
Mm-hmm.
what is the connection between 4 days or 13 days? What is it?
Forget about the ritual part.
Okay,
Okay. I'm not talking about the ritual. I'm talking what happens when a person die. Then at the time of the breath is stopped, then physical body becomes a dead body.
correct.
The next one, the energy body or etheric body, that stays here for about 11 days.
Okay,
Okay, 11 days it stays in the same plane, and then it slowly dissolves into the energy pool, like it merges with the energy pool. So approximately about the 11 days or so it stays. 11 in some cases, maybe little more, but normally by 11 days it almost after that it get dissolved into the thing. So it is a matter of what is immediately physical body goes, or physical body start getting decomposed, and for by the etheric body and above, they stays up, and the etheric body finally they get dissolved after about 11 days. This is the time scale that happen.
okay. Now, one more question, Guruji.
Mhm.
Where does our Akashic record stay?
Akashic records stay in the knowledge body.
In the knowledge body.
Yeah, in the fourth body. Hmm. Fourth body and also Karan, the causal body. So, because all the karmic files are there, so you can say the fourth and fifth combined that Akashic records.
Okay. Thank you,
Means
Guruji.
anything we like to see, I'm just giving some example. Knowledge body is a platform for those higher bodies. So you have to bring it to knowledge body to see. Like
Right,
many
Guruji.
things are there in the maybe internet, but you have to click the one site you want to see on your screen. Then your screen become the laptop screen become the platform to see that, right? So that is how
Right.
the knowledge body is the platform where the causal body thing you can get download and you can see it. So the Akashic record you can see it there. I'm not saying you stored there, okay, but you can see
Okay.
it in the fourth body.
Right, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Okay, God bless you. Vikas, You raised your hand.
Yeah, RPA, I have a question. With
Mhm.
these five bodies, what constitutes the ego part?
Ego is a mind, body, intellect package. Basically, everything in the physical body.
Okay.
Yeah, your physical mind, which is the brain and something like that. If the physical body goes, if the which goes along with it, it is part of the physical body. Ego goes when a person dies or the physical body goes. Okay, so ego basically is mind, body, intellect package for us to operate in the external world. That's what the purpose of the ego is.
Then, again, one more.
Mhm.
Uh, when somebody dies, कुछ
Mhm.
ऐसा बोला जाता है कि कुछ लोग भटकते हैं, they don't go.
Okay.
What is that
Mhm.
then? Means what I want to ask, it's not ego,
Mhm.
that feeling कि
That is not ego. Mhm.
मैं हूँ.
That is no. Your that whole higher bodies are there. No soul. I said the soul is third to sixth body. The package. Everything. Fifth body has all the karmas. Fourth body has all the knowledges and all the emotions, and there in the emotional body, all are there. Means your characteristics are there. All characteristics accounts are there. Somebody was telling that there was some discussion. I think somebody asked Paramahansa Yogananda that after we die, we'll become the saint. Hmm. Then he was saying that then why you need to do all this, spiritual exercise? You die and become a saint, no? So it is but the truth is, you take your characteristics with you at the soul level. So by dying, you cannot be enlightened. In fact, for enlightenment, you need physical body. Then you experience, self-realize it in the physical body, and that experience you transcend to the higher bodies, not other way around. You cannot be spiritual at a soul level, where soul is already connected. It is your physical body. Physical incarnations need to stop, need to end. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam has to end. Nothing to do with the soul. Even soul doesn't have karma.
Yeah.
In other words, karmic account cannot be settled on the soul level. You have to come back to earth again to settle that karma. It can be stored in the soul level, of course, that fifth body, karan deha, causal body, cause of everything. But it cannot be settled there. It can only be stored. Okay, so that's why we need a physical body to finish all these things and then get liberated, go up to the moksha.
But mostly it is seen that those enlightened, uh, even masters, they
Mhm.
in the same body they suffered before they shed it off.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
So, but they are enlightened. Their
Yes,
karmas are all destroyed. I mean,
right.
and
Mhm.
so the how come that is coming to them, that suffering?
See, there you need to understand many things here. It is not their suffering because of their karma. Okay, they need to unburden themselves with the many things. It is not may not be because of karma, but they need to still go to the higher level of cleanliness, their purity. They need to shed off many things, even though they need not to. Like in other words, suppose a mirror. If you put a hand there, there is some hand mark comes, no?
Yes.
You cannot see your face properly. You are saying is that it is a scratch on the wall, on the mirror, or it is an obstruction? No. It's a dirt on the mirror? No. It is a hand mark, but at the level of purity, even that matters. So master wants to wipe them off and clean it perfect, 100%, even though they need not to be. It is not a dirt, but the traces they wanted to remove. That is one. Secondly, sometimes they themselves, to make this process faster, no, they take more of the physical things, grinding. They choose to take it actually. Even out of compassion, they took many things from their disciples. Ramakrishna Paramahansa, he died of some cancer, no? Throat cancer. He picked it up from one of his disciple. At that level, you can, if by wish, you can take it. Very simple process is there. You can take somebody else's illness on your body, because that time they know it is a physical body. I have to live it anyway. Whether it goes with a body of Olympic champion in the 100-meter race, or going with a cancer, doesn't matter. We have to shed it off anyway. So as a out of compassion, they pick up, few people's things onto their body by choice. Huh? They don't have to. Okay, so that's how it happens. So that's how most of the master, you will see, they're leaving their body with some, disease or another. Hmm.
Yeah.
Because of that, they picked it up. They choose to take it to relieve somebody's into their body. There are many stories, many masters that did that to their, out of compassion to their disciples and followers, for their liberation, give their liberation faster. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, RP.
All right. God bless you. Shoma, yes, you raised your hand. Shoma, you have any question?
I have. Sorry, I
Okay.
could.
Great.
Yeah. You said that all around the soul, after around 11-day period, it merges or goes to the energy pool. So,
Just 1 minute, 1 minute.
uh,
It is only the second body, the
oh,
energy body, not the
oh,
soul.
okay, okay,
Soul is immortal, it remains.
okay.
Only the
So,
energy body, the
oh,
second one, that dissolves after
okay.
11 days. Yes.
Then, is it the soul's decision to take a rebirth, or
Yes. Soul's decision to take the rebirth.
and it can choose the time, or
Choose the time when to take. Sometimes it is immediately after, sometimes it is a few years,
okay,
sometimes even 100 years.
okay.
Okay, it choose when and how to take, where to take birth, which family, who will be the parent, what is the appropriate time, based on the balance of the karma.
Mm-hmm.
Soul chooses to take birth mostly, I mean, 95% cases, it is because of the balance karma to settle. 5% cases, those are the souls which are already enlightened in the previous lifetime.
Hmm.
Still, they choose to come back. This is called dharmic birth. First one is called karmic birth. Second one is called dharmic birth. Dharmic
Hmm.
means they don't have any karma left to settle here.
Hmm.
They just came to teach others, guide others, help others. So in that case, almost from the beginning of their life, they become master and they start teaching people. Hmm. Say, as for example, Ramana Maharshi is one of
Hmm.
them. I mean,
Hmm.
he didn't has to suffer anything in their life or first part of life or something like that. He just directly went from mining, just get a touch and get enlightened and continue. It's basically everything was finished previous lifetime. There are many masters like that. Yeah.
And so that means the soul can also decide when to, or does the soul decide when to depart the body as well?
Yes. In fact, without soul's permission, nothing can happen on the physical body. It decides everything, even when to leave the body, how to leave the body. Okay, that is all soul's decision. And in that area, the soul has a free will.
Hmm.
It exercises its free will to do that.
Even though maybe the physical body is not aware, so
Correct.
they. Oh.
Yeah. You'll see that's why somebody just, they're all physically fit and fine, just
Hmm.
had a heart attack, gone in a few
Hmm.
seconds.
Hmm.
Maximum a minute, matter ends.
Hmm.
Chapter closed. Somebody who is suffering year after year,
Yeah.
bedridden, maybe in the vegetable stage, they cannot talk, they cannot hear, they can, but still breathing. Means it is a soul's decision when to leave the body. It's not that this way or that way. If you're a healthy body, you will live longer, and if you're a, like a have a sickness, you will die faster. Not necessarily,
Hmm.
because soul has a different purpose altogether rather than our own idea about this life. Sometimes soul wants to suffer it off so that it doesn't get transferred to the next life.
So some people may choose very painful death also, like for
Oh, yes.
example, getting burned and
Yeah, yeah,
die.
yeah. Let me give you some example, you will understand it better. Suppose in one lifetime, somebody was not at all honest, not at all spiritual, is far off, means is a criminal.
Hmm.
Maybe he killed 50 people in that lifetime, murderer. Hmm. So what happens is, at the soul level, at the end of that life, he decided, oh my God, I have to face this kind of whatever pain I have inflicted on those 50 people. I have to come back 50 lifetimes to face the similar kind of consequences in that life. So it takes 50 lifetimes to complete, so called neutralize those things, whatever the murder of 50 created. Apart from all others, forget about that. Maybe a few more hundreds there. Here, then next life, the soul chooses to give it to some area. Means war, conflict, war means, yeah. So nowadays, I think you can give the example of Gaza. Hmm.
Hmm.
A child in Gaza, say of 2 or 3 years old, he or she doesn't have any choice. We are feeling,
Hmm.
feeling pain. The heart goes out to them. No? What are those children's are fault? They are getting bombarded every day and night, and they cannot sleep. They don't have food. They don't have this. They don't have... What do you think? That soul, they don't know that this is going to happen? Definitely no. By design, they have taken birth there. So that every night, that fear of death, that I will get killed, that bomb can come and hit me at any time. In front of me, my parents are getting died and friends are
Hmm.
getting killed.
Hmm.
And this is the experience daily.
Hmm.
I'm not talking good and bad. I'm talking, this is how soul chooses. The soul chooses that life of that child so that every night they face the fear of death. And that neutralizes maybe out of 50, 40 of killing done in that
Hmm.
lifetime. Through the experience of that death, fear of death, that is equivalent to the experience of death itself. That clears away your, that kind of karma and to cleanse yourself. So that's how they choose this kind of painful life.
Hmm. Probably that's why the olden like grandparents, or they would always say that let the suffering go on. I mean, I'm paying for my.
Yeah. Mhm. Means, many, in fact, in our the group members also, many are asking that even if I come into the spirituality and start practicing, why you are still suffering so much? Our life has not converted into full of bed of roses and joy and all these
Hmm.
kind of things externally. Internally, it is also seen. No matter what is happening, people are in ultimate joy. It is also there.
Hmm.
In our group itself, I've seen that. Anyway, let me give that. This is a very common question, so let me address it into this. See, what happens is, think objectively. I'm not sympathetic to anyone. I'm empathetic. Means I'm just putting the shoes into somebody. Because as a spiritual master should not have sympathy. The moment the master has sympathy, na, they feel, oh, my poor fellow is suffering. I need to do something.
Hmm.
Yeah, in the sympathy, whatever the master does, most likely it will be counterproductive for their spiritual growth. Okay. One thing is different that master takes the pain on his or her own. That is possible. I told the Ramakrishna, but not the other way around. Not beyond that. Like, see, what happens is in this lifetime, whatever the karmic, you don't know, whatever the karmic thing you had in the kitty. So once you come into the fold of this spirituality, you will exhaust it faster so that you can get out of it quickly. Many ask me, you can talk to Babaji. Can you tell Babaji to finish this off? I'm tired of, sick of this pain and suffering or poverty or disease or, relationship problems and this and that. I told you, I can. I, I can. Because out of sympathy, if I do it for you, no, I will pray to Babaji, please. It is just like this for Babaji. It's not a big deal. Suppose the next moment all your things are lifted off, but it is your karma. It has to transfer to the next life. It will stop in this life, for sure. Just close. But it will simply transfer to the next one. But energy is not balanced. You have not earned it. Okay. So, my advice in this case is yes, you will see when you come to the spirit, suddenly something will, maybe so called bad thing will happen also.
Hmm.
Face it, because you will exhaust the karma. Not only that, there is a good logic behind it. Now you have a support and guidance of a living master. You will not get completely harm or complete thing is not possible. That part is clear. No matter what happens, you will be protected. At the end of it, when you exhaust, it can be few days, few months, few years, doesn't matter. One point of time, it will be over. And then you will be in this life itself, you will get guided up to the enlightenment and up to the level of moksha, which is Babaji's, what I just explained.
Hmm.
So there is a possibility to deal it in this life itself with the support of the master. Don't ask the master to finish it. Then only it will shift it to the next life. So you have to come again. Okay. There
Hmm.
is guarantee you will get a live master that time. Maybe few more lifetime you have to come to finish that off. So this way, it is not a good idea to finish your suffering right now. Rather, you get the spiritual tools to strengthen yourself. No matter what happens, you become, you have a strength to face it. You already have a backup and protection of the Babaji and Mataji. And when that will be over, because nobody knows how many in there in that account, but all the prarabdha karmas, when that will be over, definitely it will be over sometime. And as I'm just telling another thing, as you come to know the name of Babaji, you are practicing the Kriya and these things, definitely you are meant for getting enlightened in this life, for sure. Otherwise, you could not have heard even name of Babaji. There is a purpose. So just face it with the help, with the guidance, with the tools, spiritual tools we'll learn, then it will be over sometime. Then you will just, Guru Kripa will happen and it will be liberating. Yeah. All right.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Yes, Chaitali?
So, Guruji, in that sense, whenever I fall sick or I'm in problem, I ask for your healing. So I shouldn't ask for healing then? I will.
No, no. No, you ask for healing.
Yeah.
You ask for healing. But what I was mentioning is, I'm not talking that you should not ask for healing. Of course, you will ask for healing and help. No. What you means, if you ask, which will not be done, is a lift everything at one go. Like do some magic so that I don't have to face anything any further. That will not be granted. because of the reason I told to Shoma. Because you will lose the opportunity in this life. Means in this life you cannot get any further enlightenment, because another life you have to come and face all the remaining things. As simple as that. Knowingly, no master will do that. Because they know they are not bothered about what is happening with you right now. They are bothered about your soul's path and get you enlightened till the end. They will be there. So they wanted to finish it off. Just to understand it, suppose you have taken bank loan. You have a credit card loan, bank, 2, 3 banks, and etc. etc. The master will always guide you. You earn and finish it off. No need to hurry. Don't run away. Somebody told, if I run away to Dubai, nobody, police cannot catch me. Don't go and fall into that kind of misunderstanding. It will come, maybe more. It is a misunderstanding. If I leave this place, I will not get caught. You will be. So correct advice will be not to give you that, okay, I will give you something that you will not have to face this bank loan anymore. No, right advice should be you pay it off. You earn, it may take time. It's just a matter of time. You pay everything off so that you permanently liberated from any kind of loan. You are completely free. Okay, so that is the guidance, and all the support will be given to you. All the advices will be given to you. Okay, during the course, that will be given to you. You understand? But asking for help or asking for this healing, no. You can ask for this. Of course, yes. But masters will do that much what is needed for you to achieve this enlightenment in this life. They will not do something which will spill over to multiple lifetimes. Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, Guruji.
Bless you. Yes, Vani.
Um, Guruji, I have a question regarding the soul decides to depart like at a younger age, like 22, 23.
Mhm.
But like the parents really suffer
Yeah.
because of the pain that they have to go through.
Mhm.
So is that parents' karma that they have to fulfill, like the
Yeah.
suffering?
Yeah. It is parents' karma, and also particularly the young age death. No,
Mm-hmm.
they have other purpose.
Mm-hmm.
There may be in that family is not very cohesive. There
Mm-hmm.
is some families in the doldrum and all, but the death can transform the family. This shock can
Mm-hmm.
make the family together. Hmm. Or sometimes some of the young, the soul which chooses in the young body give a higher messages.
Okay.
The war scenario and this kind of scenario, the criminality and all these things, or the crime against women, etc. Those kind of death they choose, so that maybe the legal system gets corrected or the world order get corrected.
Mm-hmm.
They sacrifice.
Okay.
Okay. For them, it doesn't happen. But because of them, maybe some law changes or some powerful, the person, they take interest and get something done,
Okay.
that take cognition of that. These are the kind of the purpose they do. They do.
But
Okay.
I have seen some like really good families. They are like really good. They have not done anything, but I
Yeah.
think it's because of the karma that
Mhm.
they have to suffer in this life or something.
That's correct. That is possible. I'm just giving one example. Not necessarily all the deaths are for that purpose only.
Okay.
There may be some previous lifetime, maybe the parents have done something wrong with this, you know,
Okay.
maybe not as a child, but maybe somebody else.
Mhm.
So maybe they are caused of somebody else's losing a child.
Okay.
In this life, then they choose to be born as their child and then leave early so that they can get the pain.
Oh,
Okay, those are many things are possible, and it is the karmic things are very, very in fact, complicated. Complicated means it is beyond our normal understanding.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why it is. We find it is illogical, but it is not. But only thing is there is a higher logic behind it, and in that case, even in our case, sufferer become the first one to get liberated.
Mhm.
I'm giving one example. You'll make it this thing. There is some Kedarnath. I think some flood came and many people died.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Anybody else they know Kedarnath or
Yes,
Yes,
Guruji. It
yeah,
happened
yeah.
2 days ago.
Yes, Guruji.
Yeah.
Yes, Guruji.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
In the
this went
Kedarnath,
for
they went for this what is called pilgrimage. Okay, to Kedarnath, and then flood came. Many people
Yeah.
died. There was a movie also there.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Many people died, and there are so many reactions. People are saying, "What is the purpose of worshipping Lord Shiva?" Huh? Kedarnath, and we are the follower from the birth, and this thing. Still, this thing happened. My parents have gone into that flood, and so many relatives gone this, that, and all. This is from our understanding from this lower level. Yeah, those of the people who got washed away into that flood, no, they don't need to follow anything. They go directly ascend. Okay, no spiritual practice, no kriya, no meditation, nothing. Yeah? They just got it direct, so-called moksha or things, because that is the time. It is a divine will. They swiped it off. No? It is not man-made. It is something the divine. They took all of them at one fold, direct. No further birth and death will happen to them. For people who left behind, they are thinking it is injustice and they were one for worshipping this and that. At soul level, it is one of the best boon possible that you went for a pilgrimage and you have to live it like that. You have to leave the body anyway, maybe after a few years. That is a soul level thing. They know it will come, but they wanted to be a part of it somehow. So this is also happens. So this is our understanding is a little bit different than how the soul's plan works. Okay.
Thank you,
All
Guruji.
right. Okay. God bless you. Acha, Aditi, you raised your hand earlier. It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way you told that Kedarnath incident, there is also a saying that whoever people who leave their body at Varanasi, they are
Mhm.
also acquire their moksha like that. So same thing. That is
Uh,
also.
Not same thing because it depends upon your balance karma. Okay.
Mhm,
Means if you just lead a spiritual life and
mhm.
and ultimately the Varanasi happened to be the place where you are leaving your body, it's okay. That is the time.
Okay.
But suppose you have done some criminal activity and finally came to Varanasi saying that I will get liberated from here. Oh,
Mhm.
that is, you cannot fool the divine. You cannot fool that what is called the soul consciousness. It's not possible. So answer is yes and no. Means
Okay.
if you just go and live there and do all, you don't live a holistic life. You just go a criminal life and go and thinking that if I live left in Varanasi, I will be go directly to heaven. It's not possible. Okay.
There is movie also that people are take rental house staying in Varanasi for waiting for death and so.
Yeah, yeah, that is a idea. That's what they follow. But what I'm saying is, it all depends upon the which is the life you led. Not
Right.
the Varanasi itself will not be able to do that unless until you live a similar, pious life, and you can do that. And in fact, it can happen anywhere. It doesn't need that. It's of course it has got a higher vibration, etc.
Mhm.
So that will have a role to play. But your karma in the at the living time is very
Mhm.
important to decide whether you get liberated or not, even if you are at Varanasi or maybe higher places.
So the incident like Kedarnath, so
Yeah.
actually those people who died, so
Hmm.
actually they are blessed.
Yes, that's correct.
Actually they are
They need
blessed.
not to come back. There will not.
Apparently, people are saying, "Oh, so unfortunate. They went for the pilgrimage, this, that." But actually, in reality, they're really, really blessed.
Correct. It is the blessings.
Okay. And I have one more point, Razdeep, to
Yeah.
understand that the people who suffer a lot during their last days of life in old age, so
Hmm.
these sufferings may be due to, bad karma done, maybe due to in this life also, it can happen, or in the
No,
past lives.
no. In this life also, it is possible. It
Oh,
is.
it is
It is.
possible.
See, end of the day, it is a soul's choice. Okay.
Okay, okay,
What happens is sometimes soul doesn't want to take some kind of karma into the next life because it will
okay.
contaminate the next life, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Then they choose to suffer maybe in a few months in the end of the your
Mm-hmm.
this life, become
Mm-hmm.
bedridden or whatever. So or maybe a year or so. So that you finish everything in this life and start a new life fresh.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, so that
Thank
is their, it is soul's choice. It is not
you.
because means basically it is not right to say yes they have done bad karma, that's why they have to suffer in the old age. That is also not a correct statement. Neither that whoever has not suffered the end of the life any suffering, went by
Mhm.
heart attack, they will have
Mhm.
everything perfect. No.
It's
Okay,
not like that. Huh?
it's possible that is shifted to the next life. Their
Yeah.
soul chose other way around. Rather
Yes.
than suffering in this life, they will shift
Mhm.
it to the next life so that start
Mhm.
suffering fresh. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, Indranilda?
Yes. Do we have time or should I keep it for next session?
No, no, go ahead. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
finish it. Yeah.
Yeah. Two quick questions. One is one keeps hearing this I am not the body, I am not even the mind.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Because I'm the consciousness. You have to just shifting the consciousness from the gross to subtler. This mantra will basically shifting you to the higher level of consciousness, not to stuck in the lower level. That's what it means.
But mind is the all powerful thing. No, it is everything stems from the mind. No.
No, not necessarily. Mind
No.
causes all the suffering.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, if
Okay.
you stop mind's work, a lot of suffering will automatically go. Hmm.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. True. Okay. The second question is
Hmm.
a lot of people have burials, a lot of people have cremation. Now,
Hmm.
what is the significance and why is different practice followed? What does it do?
There is no, but as a policy, I don't comment on the spiritual, I mean, religious practices. Okay, so I will not
Right.
comment from that angle. But
Ah,
but I'm just giving you, as you asked the question, I will give you what happens, what we should do. Hmm.
hmm,
When the prana leaves the body, the
hmm.
physical body need to go back to earth, goes to the earth. Well, Panch Mahabhuta is marches back to that.
Okay.
So that going back process to the earth, and that it can be done in a different ways. It is also okay with burning, okay with you
Hmm,
know what is called burial, okay with put it into the sea. Okay,
hmm.
there are some practices they use this because it becomes useless. Physical bodies doesn't have any value. They give it to feed the birds. No.
Okay. So no other significance
And
to it.
no, it has to only the physical body, the made of the Panchamahabhuta, it has to go back to earth.
Okay. It is not for liberating the soul.
No, no, no. Soul, once the breathing stops, soul has no connection with the body.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it's completely independent. It's just a matter, just a physical device, and it has to go back to the earth.
Right. All right. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
Yeah. Well, that is the process. Different religion, different places, they follow different practices. All
you.
of
Hmm.
them are fine as long as they go back to the earth. Hmm.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yes, Shashi.
Guruji, I was having this question. All the gurus of Guru Mandala and
Hmm.
including Babaji and Krishna, Lord Krishna or Jesus Christ, all of them are they like in nirvanic body or
Yeah. No, they have chosen not to take ultimate uh, dissolution. Hmm.
okay.
Okay. Hmm. What I'm saying is they're in the collective mode. It is difficult to understand from us in the normal physical way. They're in the collective state. They're not individual anymore. Okay. They're in the collective state, but they have not dissolved themselves completely. This is not possible from there to again come and guide people. So, out of compassion, they didn't take that, the final dissolution for them. So, they are not crossed that final one when it is not possible to come back anywhere back. So, that is the state they are in and that's why they are from there they are guiding. If they dissolve completely, no way it can any communication possible. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. God bless you. Yes, Shoma, go ahead. Okay, I think. All right. So there is no further question. So we'll now go into our. I don't think much time is there, but we'll do Kriya. Let's see how much we can do. If there is any time left for meditation, we'll do a little bit meditation. Otherwise, we will. But anyway, we'll do tomorrow morning the full meditation and Kriya. So we'll now start our. Start with sit straight and we start with 3 Om chanting. Take a deep breath in. Oh.